Hello everyone, my name is Jay. Welcome to Conscious Conversations with Jay. This is a home of healing, transformation and personal spiritual development. Sometimes I'm interviewing people and talking to them, and sometimes I'm speaking to myself. Let's just dive in. Today I'm speaking about energetic hygiene. For me, energetic hygiene is the foundation of all spiritual practices and all personal spiritual development. Now, that's a big call. Yeah, I really feel that's the case. And a lot of the information that I'm going to share with you today in a very simple way, because these tools and resources that have helped me incredibly and help a whole bunch of other people are very basic, simple, everyday transformational tools that you can use to experience more clarity and to uncover purpose, to stay on track with your goals, and a billion other things. I really love energetic hygiene, which I'll refer to as EH in this video. I'm going to break EH down into 4 components today and then give a brief summary on each of those. Let's start with energetic cords and connections. Now, there is a lot of information out there about cords and connections. Really, really important to get an understanding of cords and connections and how they work. Being present and grounded. Heard about that a few times. Also, boundaries and psychic protection. That's number 3. How many of you out there could be better at setting boundaries? How many of you out there struggle to say no? How many people out there get walked all over still? How many of you are people pleasers or recovering people pleasers? Boundaries and psychic protection is a part of EH. And finally, I'm going to talk to you about showering. Yeah. Bathing, showering, not your physical body, but your spiritual energetic system, your auric field. I'm going to talk to you about keeping that clear and cleansed, because that's really important. In fact, let's start with that one, showering. You shower and bathe your physical body every day, right? You regularly clean this beautiful body that has been lent to you by planet Earth, which you dwell in as a soul while you're having a human experience, right? We keep this clean. What about your bloody emotional and mental body? You are a soul traveling through eternity, having a human experience. And for the soul to have this experience, it needs to build a physical body. It also builds an emotional and mental body. Now, we call this the 4-body system: physical, emotional, mental, and soul body. 4-body system, people. All of those bodies are your auric field. Now, everything in existence is energy, right? You know that. Everything is energy. That includes you. All of these bodies are energy. Now, the reason that we can see the physical body with our physical eyes is because it's the densest part. It's vibrating the slowest, so we can see it. But you most certainly have an emotional and mental body and spiritual body. They're just vibrating at a different rate. They're vibrating at a higher rate, so you can't see them with your physical eyes. Doesn't mean they're not there, just like the sugar in the water. You can't see it, but it's still there. And if you add dye, food coloring in your water and sugar, your sugar water drink has some dye in it. All of those things are coexisting. It's similar with your auric field. And I'm sure you guys can feel that you have emotions, and I'm sure you guys know that you have thoughts. And most people watching this sense that they've been here before and to varying degrees are in touch with their true self, their higher self, the soul that they are, the soul that you are. So you bathe your physical body every day. We keep it clean. Imagine if you didn't wash for a week, 2 weeks, a month, 6 months, a year. I don't even know if you'd last that long. It would just get diseased, incredibly dirty. You'd have sores, infections. It's the same with your emotional, mental body. We need to take care of these bodies. And the auric field, the 4-body system, is very much like a sponge as well. Again, remember, everything in existence is energy. And I'm not sure about you if you've seen the state of the world. The energy out there isn't vibrating that highly. There is a lot of fear, there's a lot of manipulation, there's a lot of control. There's a lot of energy out in the world that isn't about love, that isn't about nurturing, that isn't about enlightenment, enlovenment, harmony, unity, compassion, acceptance. There's a lot of energy out there that is less than that. If you're not cleaning your four-body system, your auric field, if you're not bathing and showering and cleansing that, and you're out in the world, then your bodies are just picking up all this debris, all this fear, all this pollution, and all of this gunk. Same as your physical body. It picks up stuff when you're out and about doing your thing, right? As we become more aware, we really need to start taking care of and responsibility for more of ourselves. We're more aware of more of ourselves, so we need to take responsibility for those other parts of ourselves. We bathe and shower every day, our entire auric field. And a lot of people feel really heavy and cloudy and foggy because they aren't cleansing their system all the time. It's hard enough just dealing with our own baggage and our own stuff that comes up in our day-to-day living. Having half the world hanging off you because you haven't showered your auric field makes it even more challenging. So that is the first part of energetic hygiene. Showering your auric field, your four-body system. Really important. Next one, being grounded and present. Yes, I wonder. I've read that and I've seen 8 trillion YouTube videos on it, being present. And yes, every great sage, teacher and or master has said you need to be here now. They never said you need to be there then. They all say you need to be present. You need to be here now. What's that about? Well, I like to share it in this way. If you're not driving, then who the hell is? If you're not in the driver's seat, then who's driving this thing? If you're not present, if you're not grounded, that means you're not connected truly to yourself. You're not connected to the present moment, your environment. So that means you're not really conscious of what's going on within or without. To some degree, you are on autopilot. That means an unconscious part of you has the reins, has the steering wheel. That can be dangerous. If you are someone that has goals, if you are someone that is consciously aligning to becoming a certain person, if you are someone that wants to know more truth, if you are someone that wants to make a difference in the world, if you are someone that just wants to know what's actually going on for you on the inside and what's going on in your external world, then you need to be present. If not, again, you're on autopilot, you'll be missing things, and some other part of you is running the show. We need to get in the driver's seat and stay there. When we start getting present, which is you as the soul coming into the body and really taking possession of this vehicle, because remember, I have a body, yet I'm not my body. I have emotions, yet I'm not my emotions. I have a mind, yet I'm not my mind. These are things that you as the soul are using to express here on the earth plane, in this realm. So you have a physical, emotional, mental body. You are not that. Now, getting present is very much a process of you as the soul coming in further and further and further and further. And guess what happens when you do that? Your shit comes up. That's a technical word. Your baggage comes up. There is a reason why you're not present and grounded. There's a whole bunch of trauma and feeling that you really don't want to feel. Most often, if you are not present and grounded, it's because you're caught up in your head, or you're in your emotions, or you're just really absent, you're disassociating, or you're busy being busy being busy. All of these ultimately come down to coping strategies for avoiding how you're actually feeling. Because when we start getting present, we start looking around and feeling how we actually feel about ourselves. And let's face it, the world isn't a place of enlightenment and enlovenment. It's pretty cruel sometimes. Life can be pretty cruel out there. A lot of us have been on a bumpy journey. Most people watching this and subscribing to this channel are sensitive souls. They're empaths. They're people that see themselves as light workers, and they can be impacted by the world more so than the average person. We all have baggage. That's why a lot of people struggle with being here now, because they start coming in, getting present, and as that consciousness, as that presence, as that awareness starts coming more into the lower parts of these bodies, into the physical body, it starts washing up all the stuff that you haven't been able to face, which can be really confronting. Don't beat yourself up if you don't master this in 24 hours. Remember, there are monks that go into monasteries and this is their daily practice, and it takes them decades and decades to master it. Do you ever master it? I'm sure there's always increasing levels of mastery you can achieve with being present and grounded. Of course, being grounded is connected to Mother Earth, the beautiful mother of this physical vehicle. We want to be connected to her and grounded and here. Therefore, we'll know what we need to do, what we need to say, how we need to be in each and every moment. If, of course, you are someone that wants to have a loving, wise influence on the world and help with the healing, being present and grounded, getting in the driver's seat and staying there. We have a process to help people with clearing and healing the stuff that comes up when they start getting more present. Get in touch to know more. All right then, next one, number 3 is boundaries and psychic protection. How many of you out there struggle with saying no? How many of you out there get pushed around? How many of you know that something isn't right for your heart, but you want to please, so you go along with it, and then you suffer because of it? There's a lot of people out there struggling with people pleasing and setting firm boundaries. How do I actually set a boundary? Because a lot of people out there think love is being a doormat. That's not the case. Love is not being a doormat. Yes, love can be warm and nurturing, absolutely, and all-encompassing. But love can be fierce, and love has no problem with saying no, that's not okay, if it isn't about love, if it isn't about nurturing and uplifting. No is a complete sentence, and you can say it. So setting boundaries is really, really important, and it goes hand in hand with psychic protection. Now, a boundary, simply put, is you getting very, very clear on what's okay in your life, in your space, in your energy, in your environment. And then it's saying no to anything that doesn't meet that standard. That's all it is. And it can take a while to learn what loving, firm boundaries are for you. And some people, when they start doing this, they swing out the other side and they become too harsh and too fuck off to everyone. Fuck you and fuck no, fuck you. No. They've spent decades and decades pleasing, and all this built up anger and frustration is in them. And when they realize that they can say no and that they have been walked all over, they can swing out a little bit, which is normal when this starts happening. But we don't really want to evoke unnecessary reactions of fear. Yet that can happen. It's like all of a sudden I realize how much I've been walked all over in a doormat, and then it's like, no more, and so everybody and anybody's copping a no, and nah, you do it. So boundaries is a huge thing, and psychic protection also is involved in this, because we're setting boundaries on the ground, but as you become more aware, you realize that just like you've got an emotional, mental and spiritual body, then there are other people have emotional, mental and spiritual bodies, and there's other beings that don't have bodies, etc. So we need to set boundaries and set up psychic protection. I've got another video down there just on this, but I'll break it down a little bit more for you now. This is like a temple, right? It's a temple. It's your home. You lock your house, you lock your car to keep the bad out and the good in. It's the same with this. You decide that you're worthy to have only goodness in here, only loving, uplifting, supportive energy and relationships and people and environments. You decide that's what it is for you, and then you go about orchestrating your life so that is the case, and you say no to anything on every level that doesn't meet that standard. Now, again, we teach all this stuff, guys. If you want to know more, get in touch. Finally, energetic cords and connections. This is a huge subject. Let's dive into it. Now, energy follows thought. You know that. That's how the law of attraction works. And all of these people around the world are obsessing about things, people, places, whatever it is, so to manifest in their life. Now, energy does follow thought. And that's literally, this is physics. When you think about something or someone, let's just work with people here. For this example, when you think about someone, you literally send a streamer of energy and attach to that person. Now, we call these cords, and these cords are like pipes. So you connect this streamer, this cord of energy into a person when you think about it, and then you're connected. That means your energetic system and their energetic system are linked with this pipe, or multiple pipes if you're thinking about them a lot. This is a big subject. That means if they're having a bad hair day, that energy can be flooding into your system and influencing you, and vice versa. You are just having a bad hair day and you're not even thinking about them. That energy is flowing down all these pipes and flowing into your system. Think about this. You are connected to the people that you interact with during the day. All the time, you're setting up energetic streamers. You feel that. Most people watching this feel the energetic interplay. You're setting up these cords and connections all the time. Now, they stay in place unless you cut them. Now, there are cords that can't be cut and severed. Sexual partners, you're connected with them permanently. And you're connected also with everyone they've slept with and everyone they've slept with, and so on and so forth. You can't cut those cords. You can cleanse them. So choose your sexual partners wisely. Parents, if they're still alive, you're still connected with them. Genetic cords are in place permanently with your kids if they're still alive. So you're connected with these people permanently. Now, if you have gone through a divorce or a breakup with a boyfriend, a girlfriend, and it hasn't been amicable and there's a lot of attack energy from you and them, all of that energy is pouring into your field through the sacral chakra, through all this myriad of connections that you connect when you are in an intimate relationship or genetically. If your parents are having an off day and they're pissed off at you for whatever reason, or they're harboring judgments about you or frustrations for whatever reason, all of that energy is going to be flowing into your system unless you're cleansing it. So it's really important, guys. Now, this is one of the major reasons why people feel so heavy and they don't know who they are and they can't get clear, because they're dragging around half the bloody nation with all these connections with people. And so there's energy coming in and out all the time. And that's why people are like yo-yos. It's like up, down, all of a sudden they're angry. How many of you have experienced that? Out of nowhere, you're just angry. 70% of what you feel isn't even yours. And again, it's hard enough to deal with our own emotions and our own spiritual baggage, our own journey, our own life. It's hard enough dealing with that, let alone having all of this energy coming in from all of these places. You can cut away all the everyday cords with your boss, your employees, the supermarket person. These cords will be connected to varying degrees depending on how intense your relationship is and how much interaction you have and how much you trust the person and let them into your field. So your boundaries, it's up to you. We encourage people to set boundaries of unconditional love and above. I didn't say that in the last section, but we share with people that you can choose to let only frequencies of unconditional love and above in. That just means letting supportive, uplifting energies into your life. You have the choice. A lot of people don't realize that, but you do. You have free will. You can choose it. Don't let anyone else tell you different. You can choose. Cords and connections can be really messy. It can be a huge unraveling for people when they start severing cords and start cleansing all of these cords, because a lot of people in your life, and you may be doing this as well, it might be unconscious. A lot of people who have brighter, more sensitive, more aware ones, and this happens a lot with ladies who are brighter and they've got more love on board, men will often plug in consciously or unconsciously to their system. If it's a sexual partner, an ex, or even a current partner, or even just men in your life, often plug in. It goes both ways. Women do this as well. They're draining your energy, draining your love, draining your light, draining your energy. And now if you are weak-willed and you're not very good at setting boundaries, then you'll just be allowing this to happen. That's why a lot of people, they feel depleted. They don't have the energy they know they really could have. They're not as bright as they were because they're just taking on all this stuff, other people's stuff, and other people's energies are influencing them all the time. Really, really helpful and important to get in touch with cords and connections and to realize that you can cut and clear cords So when you're cleansing all those permanent cords that are in place, we teach this. We do it in such a way so there's this specific energy, the violet flame, and other things that we have in place energetically, flooding these cords so anything that's not of unconditional love and above doesn't make it to your auric field. It burns up before it comes to you. And any other interactions that you have on cords that are connected, we simply lovingly, not harshly, go through this process of clearing all that and letting go of all energy that's not of us, that's not of love, and we return it back to its original source. This is energetic hygiene. We are showering and bathing and cleaning our auric field every day. We are aware that we're so much more than this flesh and bone. This is a part of a much larger being, and it's you as a soul infusing and animating this physical body, this emotional and mental body, and there's you, the soul body. That's the four body system, your auric field. We are showering, cleansing and cleaning that every day. It's like a sponge, so it picks up debris, it picks up fear, picks up baggage out in the world. We want to keep that clean exactly like we do our physical body. Being grounded and present. If you're not in the driver's seat, then who the hell is steering this vehicle? Who's driving? If you're not present and grounded, then you are on autopilot, and there's an unconscious part of you steering the ship and taking the reins. This can be really dangerous. Boundaries and protection. We need to get clear on what's okay in our life, what energy is okay in our space, in our system, what people are okay, and then we set boundaries, which is saying no to anything that doesn't meet that standard. And cords and connections. We are connected genetically to our kids and parents if they're still alive. So we can't sever those cords, but we can cleanse them. So if anyone in your family genetically, or ex-partners or current sexual partners, are having a bad hair day, or even consciously sending attack energy at you, that energy can't flow down those cords and influence you. We set it up so that energy doesn't make it to your auric field. Energetically, we can do that. Goes hand in hand with boundaries, because we're setting energies of unconditional love and above. I love ya, and I love me. And if it's not supportive and uplifting, it ain't coming in here. You have the right to say that, and you also have the ability to do that. All of these things we call energetic hygiene. Self-explanatory, right? It's keeping your energetic system clean and clear. It's about being in energetic integrity. As we undergo this process and start implementing these tools, we start to experience more of ourselves, because we're taking off all the gunk. We're cleaning and clearing all of the stuff that isn't of us, all the stuff, the connections, the dirt, the fear, all of the perceptions that we've picked up on our journey here. We're starting to clear all of that, release all of that, and cleanse our system so we can start seeing the light again. We can start connecting with our heart and love again. A lot of people out there, they just feel lost. They feel really cloudy and they've got brain fog, and that becomes less the case when we start consciously engaging with energetic hygiene. We teach all of this. We love what we do, and we run classes and one-on-one sessions all the time. If you want to know more, get in touch and subscribe and like, because I'm doing a whole bunch of videos on all things healing, transformation, and personal spiritual development. My name is Jay. This is Conscious Conversations with Jay. Lots of love. Stay bright. Never, ever, ever give up, and let's change this world.